The sky's the color of a bruised dam by the railroad track. The wind is moaning through the wires, ain't no turning back. The dogs are howling at the moon, they know what's coming down. A stranger's horse is at the rail on the edge of this dead town. A barroom piano falling silent. The gamblers hold their cards, they feel a chill that ain't the wind creeping through the yards. So pull the shutters, douse the lights, and lock your doors up tight. Say a prayer for your wicked soul, 'cause when you hear that hoofbeat roll, there'll be hell to pay before the light when the reaper rides tonight. Preacher man is on his knees, but his Bible's gathering dust. He knows his fire and brimstone might in someone you can trust. He took the collection money, bought a shotgun and a cell, gonna make his own last stand against the Prince of Hell. The widow in her cabin, she ain't weeping anymore. She left the candle in the glass, had opened up the door. So pull the shutters, douse the lights, and lock your doors up tight. Say a prayer for your wicked soul, 'cause when you hear that hoofbeat roll, there'll be hell to pay before the light when the reaper rides tonight. This ain't no gentle ferryman to take you across the stream. This is the one you see in flashes when you're lost in a whiskey dream. He don't come with no hourglass, no peaceful faded shroud. He comes with fire in his eyes and a voice like thunderclouds. He's come to settle every debt you thought you'd never pay, to collect on every promise that you threw away. I've run from the law in 3 states, I've run from what is true, but you can't outrun the shadow that's been stitched to every move. I feel him on the staircase now, his boot upon the stair. A cold wind fills the room and it's lifting up my head. I got a bottle for courage and a pistol for a friend, but I know before the sunrise this highway's gonna end. So pull the shutters, douse the lights, and lock your doors up tight. Say a prayer for your wicked soul, 'cause when you hear that offbeat roll, I pull my truck onto the shoulder, engine ticking in the heat, 40 miles from anything, 100 from defeat. I saw a plume of color rising from a canyon I couldn't see. Not a wildfire, not a dust storm, something calling just to me. I left the radiator steaming, left the radio on the fritz, started walking toward that pillar like a fool without his wits. It was a red smoke revelation, burning against the blue, a message from the nowhere telling me what I always knew. The past is just a rattlesnake coiled to strike your heel. The future's just a promise that the coyotes steal. And the only truth that matters is the one that's burning through in a red smoke revelation, waiting out there just for you. I found an old man by a fire. His face was cracked and red. He wasn't young, he wasn't old, he was something else instead. He tossed a handful of something on the flames, and they turned from orange to crimson like a wound that burned and burned and burned. He said, son, you've been running from the echo of your name. You think the fire's waiting for you, but the fire's just a game. It was a red smoke revelation, burning against the blue, a message from the nowhere telling me what I always knew. The past is just a rattlesnake coiled to strike your heel. The future's just a promise that the coyotes steal. And the only truth that matters is the one that's burning through in a red smoke revelation, waiting out there just for you. Offered me a cup of something, tasted like the earth and sky. Said, drink this down and tell me, boy, who you're running from or why. I told him about the woman, about the money, about the blood upon my hands, about the county warrants and the lines of lawless lands. He just smiled and pointed to the smoke that rose so high, said that ain't nothing but your past on fire. Watch it dance against the sky. When I hope the sun was setting, I was leaning against a stone. The old man and the fire were gone, I was completely on my own. There's something in my pocket, the small stone smooth and red, and a single word was carved there: forgive yourself instead. I walked back to my truck and found the engine cold and still, but for the first time in forever, I felt a quiet, distant will. That red smoke revelation, it burned against the blue, a message from the nowhere telling me what I always knew. The past is just a rattlesnake coiled to strike your heel. The future's just a promise that the coyotes steal. church bell stopped their ringing about an hour ago. The sky turned green as gold and the wind began to blow. I pulled my horse up on the ridge, looked down upon the town, saw the faithful gathering as the rain came pouring down. They're singing Rock of Ages, they're begging for their souls, but I got debts to settle and the devil's taking tolls. I'm riding through the last amen, past the stained glass and the pews, past the preacher and the sinners who got nothing left to lose. The thunder is my chorus, the lightning is my brand, riding through the last amen in an unforgiven land. In a window lit with gold, she was holding up a Bible like she did when I was bold and foolish, and believed that love could save a broken man. Before I took that first wrong turn and damn near ruined the plan, she prayed for me each Sunday, lit a candle for my soul. But some candles only flicker, they ain't built to make you whole. I'm riding through the last amen, past the stained glass and the pews, past the preacher and the sinners who got nothing left to lose. The thunder is my chorus, the lightning is my prayer, riding through the last amen in an unforgiven land. Gates are open, they're waiting for my bones, but I ain't ready yet to lie beneath those silent stones. There's a woman in the valley who still wears my ring, though I left her standing at the altar, left her everything except the truth, except the reason, except the man I should have been. And I need to see her face before the final judgment begins. I rode down to the main street, the rain had turned to sleet. The windows were all boarded, there was no one in the street. They'd all taken shelter in the church upon the hill, waiting for the Scythe, waiting for the thrill of redemption or destruction, whichever one came first. But I'd done too much living in the shadows, and the worst of all the things a man can do is break a heart that's true. So I turned my horse toward the church, and what I had to do, I'm riding to the last amen, past the stained glass and the pews, past the preacher and the sinners who got nothing church bells stopped their ringing about an hour ago. The church bells stopped their ringing. The church bells stopped their ringing. The church bells stopped their ringing. The church bell. The harvest moon is hanging low, fat and yellow as a curse. The cornfields stand like silent rows of mourners at a hearse. I left my bed at midnight, couldn't sleep for dreaming bad. Walked out to the field where the soil runs black and sad. That's when I saw him standing there, where the shadows meet the grain, a silhouette against the light, a sickle in his hand. There's a scythe in the moonlight, glittering cold and true, waiting in the cornrows for someone like you. The wind don't even whisper, the crickets hold their breath. A scythe in the moonlight, singing songs of death. I tried to call out, ask his name, but my tongue was thick and dry. He turned his head real slow and looked at me with hollow eyes. No face to speak of, just a dark where features ought to be. But he smiled, I felt it, like he'd been there waiting just for me. He raised that blade up to the sky, he caught the silver gleam, and I knew right then I wasn't standing in no ordinary dream. There's a scythe in the moonlight, living cold and true, waiting in the cornrows for someone like you. The wind don't even whisper, the crickets hold their breath. A scythe in the moonlight, singing songs of death. Without a mouth, voice like rustling leaves and dust, said every stalk you see out here was someone's broken trust. I've come for the gambler, the drunkard and the thief, for the woman who buried her sorrows, the man who drowned his grief. I read what's been sown in darkness, I gather what's been spilled, every promise that was broken, every heart that went unfilled. I fell down to my knees and told him all the names I knew, the friends I left for dead, the woman who was true, the money that I'd taken, the blood upon my hands, the miles I've been running from the debts across these lands. He listened without moving, that blade still in his grip. Then he said, I know your story, son, I've watched your whole damn trip. There's a scythe in the moon, Kids hold their breath, a Scythe in the moonlight, singing songs of death. Scythe in the The judge wore black, the jury looked away. The gavel fell like a judgment day. They read the charges, listed all my sins. The door of the cell, the lock grins in. I had my say, but the words came late. Now I'm just a man waiting on my fate. They gave me whiskey, gave me a last request, but the only peace I get is in this restless chest. The gallows still call my name, whispering through the bars, like a lover in the darkness, reaching for the stars. I've run through every county, I've crossed every line, but the rope keeps on coiling, and the gallows still call my name. I remember her hair like a reeler of gold, a story I wanted, a hand I could hold. But I loved the bottle more than I loved her trust. Now she's just another name carved in the dust. I robbed a bank in Abilene with a borrowed gun, thought I could outrun the damage I had done. But every town I fled to had a wanted sign with my face on it, my crime, my name, my crime. The gallows still call my name, whispering through the bars, like a lover in the darkness, reaching for the stars. I've run through every county, I've crossed every line, but the road keeps on coiling, and the gavel still call my name. Say man finds Jesus in his final hours, staring down the gallows' ugly power. But I just see the faces of the ones I let down, the woman in Abilene, the preacher in my town. I hear my father's voice from long ago, saying, son, the choices that you make will be the ones you know. Well, I know them now, they're standing at the door, and I can't outrun them anymore. The sun comes through the window, a dusty yellow square. I trace it with my finger like a silent prayer. The guards are coming heavy, I hear their boots descend. This ain't a story with a happy end. They put the hood to hide. Gallows still call my name, whispering through the bars, like a lover in the darkness, reaching for the stars. I've run through every county, I've crossed every line, but the road keeps on calling. The gallows still call.